YouTube, what's poppin'? It's your girl Leah Monet. Welcome back to my channel. If this isn't your first time here, welcome back. Thanks for coming. But if this is your first time, I'm gonna give you about 2.5 to subscribe. As you can see in the title, today's topic is going to be, how do you know you're toxic? Being toxic, I think, is a phase that we all go through. I feel like we all have little things about us that we do that can qualify us as being toxic. So I have about 9 or 10 things that I think can qualify you for being toxic. If you have 1 out of the 10 or 2 out of the 10 or any out of 10, you're toxic. Sorry. All right, so the first toxic trait that I have is kind of obvious. It's being abusive/aggressive. I feel like yelling, shouting, I don't want to say arguing, but escalated arguments are definitely toxic. It gets you guys nowhere. Like, you're yelling over each other. I'm not hearing what you're saying. You're not hearing what I'm saying. Like, all that together is being toxic. Being abusive is definitely a toxic trait, whether it's male on female or female on male. Nobody should be putting their hands on each other, point blank, period. That's like completely unacceptable. Completely. There's no, oh, but he did this, or oh, but she did that. Do not put your hands on each other at all. That shit can go left quick. It could start off as a simple little smack in the back of the head, or grabbing up your shirt and all that. Like, no. That's toxic. Number 2 is if you're not willing to apologize. I feel like that's a toxic trait, because you not admitting to your fault is you not owning up to the fact that you were wrong. And I feel like that's a good way to move past the situation. You admitting, saying, oh, I was wrong and I'm gonna do better, is step 1 to getting rid of whatever you did. Apologizing is very important in relationships, definitely, in all relationships. And that leads me to number 3, which is doing the same thing after you said that you're going to stop. I feel like in this situation, both parties are toxic. You're toxic for apologizing, saying you're going to stop, and then doing it again. And then the person that stayed after you said you was going to stop is toxic too, because you know that he's not going to stop. Why you still there, sis? Both of y'all are toxic. Don't apologize to me and say you're going to change if you're not. I feel like that's definitely a toxic trait. Another toxic trait, I think, is being up under each other, like not giving each other enough space and enough time apart. I feel like that's toxic, because if you're up under somebody all the time, 24/7, they outside, you outside with them, they inside, you inside with them, I feel like y'all are bound to have problems. Like, you're going to get tired of each other sooner or later. You're going to start arguing because y'all got nothing else to talk about. Spending too much time with anybody is overbearing. It's overwhelming. It's annoying. You have to give each other space. I'm not saying, a week go by and y'all not see each other. That's a bit much. But the excessive visits, the excessive phone calls, don't be calling me all day. That's annoying. And that's toxic. You got to see where I'm at, who I'm with, that's toxic. I have my life and you have yours. One thing that you should always keep in mind in a relationship, keep your individuality. Have your set of friends that you hang out with. Go out with your friends. Don't just feel like you got to be with your partner all the time. I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. I love being with who I'm talking to. But y'all need y'all space. Who wants to be up under somebody all day? That's mad annoying. Go home. You don't live nowhere? Another definite toxic trait is if you have to do too much to find out if your partner is cheating. Let me explain. I but I was told this story once of a female that had a boyfriend, and she thought it would have been proactive to smell his piece when he came home. That's OD. If I have to do anything of that sort to just see like where you was at, what you was doing, if anybody's touching you, I'm leaving. That's dumb. I'm not about to do all that when you come through the door. Drop your drawers. No, I'm not doing that. If you gotta do too much, if he or she is cheating, then you're better off leaving. No cap. Like, that's dumb. You making yourself look crazy. Like, do you tell people the stuff you do before you do it? Because I guarantee if you ask somebody's advice, bro, if they tell you that what you're doing is proactive, they are not your friends. Do not go out your way to find out if somebody's cheating on you. For all that, just leave. If you have any doubt in your mind that he's cheating or she's cheating, I'm not saying, you know, just leave. Get your proof, but don't do all that. That's OD. That's way too much. Another toxic trait I think a lot of people have is like being a hypocrite. You cannot say that somebody can't do something, but yet you're doing it. Like, that's just not how the world works. If you complain that I do it, you can't do it either. Because then I'm going to do it, and it's going to be an argument. Oh, well, you did it, why can't I? It's an issue when you do it, but it's an issue when I do it, but when you do it, it's fine. That's going to start problems. That's going to lead to, number one, aggression. See how these all, like, you know, kind of tie together? But yeah, being a hypocrite definitely is gonna start some problems, because people are gonna feel like you feel like you get like a pat on the back, or like you shouldn't get the same consequences for doing the same things. That's unacceptable as well. Moving on. Number 7. I saw this on Instagram. It's checking location services or like adding your number or your email to their iCloud. That's toxic. If when you come to my crib, I have to go to your settings and look in your location services to see where you've been at, that's toxic. I should be able to be like, yo, like what you did today, and like your answer to me should be completely honest. I shouldn't have to go on your phone and see if you was lying or not. I'm not about to sit here and add my email address to your iCloud to get all your messages. That's toxic too. Mind your business. Like I said, keep your individuality. I should not have to know every single move you make. I should be able to be at home and know that wherever you're at, you're loyal to me and I'm loyal to you. That's it. No questions. That's it. Another toxic trait I think is immaturity. I feel like a lot of the things I said falls under immaturity. Like, if you can't admit when you're wrong, you're immature. If you feel like if you're being a hypocrite, you're immature. What else did I say? Well, those are the main two that I think fall under you being immature. If you cannot admit when you're wrong in a situation, that's childish. Like, grow up. Just say that you were wrong and that you're going to do better. That's it. But actually do better. Don't just say it and not act on it. Do better. Now, the last and final toxic trait I think a lot of people have, females especially, is when you know it's toxic and you stay. I have been in situations where I knew that it was toxic and I stayed because I was comfortable, I want to say. That's definitely not okay. Like, if you know it's a bad situation, it's best to just get out of there. There is 6 billion plus people in this world. Just go find somebody else. All right? There's plenty of fish in the sea. There more than enough people to mingle with. Go find somebody else. Don't just stay because you're comfortable. Because for me, after a while, you're going to get tired of it. And then you're going to look back like, I wasted mad time with this dude or with this girl. And it's like, you can't get that time back. You can't. So just leave. Staying in a toxic relationship is toxic. Toxic. Take it from me, all right? Take it from me. Toxic. Wasted mad time. It's toxic. Leave him, sis. This is my little brother, DJ.
Hi, guys.
DJ has a message for you guys.
Be sure to comment down below and subscribe and like the video.
Period. Say period, Pooh.
Period.
Again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'll see you and your friends and all y'all in my next video. Bye.